What's going on today, guys? In this video, I'll be ranking a bunch of YouTube music producers based on their content quality. Now, this is just my opinion after watching at least a handful of their videos and observing their channel. If you don't agree, that's fine. I found this to be a great exercise in critical thinking. It can also maybe help some creators figure out what they're doing right or wrong. One quick note, I did accidentally put Larry O and Dash Glitch in here. They didn't meet the subscriber requirement though, so their pictures are in here, but I ended up not ranking them. I don't think I should add it to the same list. I think we gotta start a new one because there's so many freaking people on here already. Okay, so this is who we had before. I'm gonna keep this open for reference and let me show you all the new people. We're adding all these people today, so this is gonna be a long stream. I have a feeling we might end up having to do part 3 because this is enough right here. This is enough for now. What should we name our tiers here? Oh no, I didn't mean to submit it. No, I'm gonna need you to not disrespect Simon Servito like that. What's the disrespect? Oh. Yeah, I did put him kind of low. You are right about that. Okay, in retrospect, I do think Simon maybe could have gone up a little bit. Maybe I put him below Av. I do find Av more interesting to watch than Simon still. The only reason Av is below Cody is because Av has some bad takes sometimes, but I do think Av is more interesting to watch. Some quick things we got to go over here. So last time, as you can see by the dislikes here, there's a lot of people pissed off. There was a lot of pissed off people, so we're gonna have a lot of pissed off people this time too. Maybe you guys can help me get, make people less pissed off, but I think people are gonna be pissed off regardless. There was a bunch of reasons people were pissed off. So some things I'm gonna rate the creators based on here. Basically the most important thing is how watchable is their content. I think that has got to be the #1 thing to rate someone on. For instance, if you have like hour-long videos that aren't edited, they're not interesting, they're not funny, there's some information, but it's just like super hard to watch. I feel like that should put you at least at like the C tier or something or lower. And then F tier is gonna be like obviously like people like shilling, people taking like Unison Audio sponsorships, stuff like that. People just really boring. Maybe like that, you don't even be at the bottom if you're really boring. If you're really boring, you'll be above that, I guess. I guess the top is like doing the best of everything, like maybe you got like interesting video concepts, maybe you're really funny, maybe like you want to, like if you're at the top, I feel like you have to make really well crafted videos. Like it can't just be like what everyone else is doing. It's got to be kind of unique. It's got to be adding something different to the ecosystem, Bro, they're producers, you have to factor the beats. I do factor the beats a little bit. Like that's not the top thing though. They're not all of them have the focus of their beats with their YouTube. Most of these people at the top here, none of their music is an influence on their content. Like maybe a little bit here and there, but like Ben Jordan makes videos not about his music. If you're factoring beats, there's no way Cody tops Simon Servito. Okay, we can move on from that. This is the last list, okay? This is the old list. We're moving on to the new list. So yeah, if there's anyone I didn't include, it's either because you guys didn't suggest it in the Discord or they didn't have enough subscribers. They have to have at least 50,000 subscribers because I feel like you need to let people's content grow. Like they got to get good at making content first before they can appear on a list like this, And I feel like we need a cutoff point. I feel like 50K was a good cutoff. Plus, you don't want to just be judging like people's content before they even get to a point where they're like consistent with what they're making. I did like extensive research on all of these people here, and not really that extensive. I watched like a decent amount of their videos. Like I got an idea for what their content is. Okay, Navi D. Okay, he's got pretty good producer tips. They're to the point. I like that about him. Sometimes he's really funny. There was this one video he did where he compared himself to DJ Premier, and it was like a parody. Wait, you don't spell Premier like that. This video was really funny. Plus, I feel like we gotta rate Navi D high, but because have you seen those arms, dude? He's gonna break my freaking legs. Okay, I would probably put Navi D in I Want to Produce Now. What do you guys think? A tier, aka I Want to Produce Now. I feel like that makes sense for me. He's got pretty good information. He's to the point. He actually makes me want to watch his videos, and I actually do watch them. So Stranger, I'm thinking either I Want to Produce Now or Good. I do like his videos, but one thing I hate about his channel are these thumbnails, man. These thumbnails are crazy, man. That's crazy. You're crazy for that, man. Crazy for that. Not a big fan of some of these thumbnails, and I feel like that does affect it a little bit. But one thing I do like about his thumbnails is they're very legible. He's like pretty concise about the videos too. Sometimes they're a bit long, and I do think sometimes having a lot of times having a long video is kind of a bad thing because you want to get the information to people in a timely manner. Does this how to arrange DMV/jungle video, does that need to be 35 minutes? I do agree his content is actually pretty good. Sometimes it's too long though. I do have a few critiques about that. Like these videos do not need to be 20 to 30 minutes long. I like when he just does more like 10 or 15 minute videos. Maybe that's just like a preference. I just don't like long videos unless there's a point in it being being long. For instance, like if you're doing like a full documentary or something, you have to think like if you're doing an hour-long video, you're competing with like a movie at that point. People could spend their time watching a movie instead. So are you really filling up that hour properly? I'm not saying it has to be like as high production as a movie, but I'm just saying you could get to the point quicker, you know? Like does it really have to be an hour long or half an hour long or whatever? That's one thing I don't like about his videos is like the link. I would put him below Navi D. I'm thinking either good or I want to produce now. He's made funk music, that's an F. Ban that man. So I'm gonna leave him at the top of good for now. Maybe I will move him up to I want to produce now. I'm gonna put Ed Talenti up here now. Now Ed Talenti is a hard person to rate because he has some good information and he does do some cringe things too though. Like when he makes music on screen, I'm just like maybe I'm just hating because I'm not as happy as Ed Talenti. He's always making some sort of face when he's playing music, which that I don't know. It just feels kind of fake to me, I guess. Maybe it's not fake, but it feels fake to me. But his videos are very to the point. He's got a lot of good information in them. Do you see what I mean here? Bro always wakes up on the right side of the bed every morning. True. He's the kind of producer I would want a 10-year-old to check out. It's kid-friendly. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. I do think he has skill. He has skill because he's remade some like top 10 Spotify videos as well too. I mean, songs. This is not easy. You know what I mean? Like you can't say he just makes basic ass beats.
Okay, that's the whole melody.
Although to be fair, that what he just played right there was pretty basic.
All right, I'm done. What's next?
No. What is this? What is this? Ed Talenti feels it. Don't hate Weaver. Mr. B shit. That's true. Yeah, what the fuck is that is right.
Boy like you.
I feel like I gotta bring him down a bit for this. Maybe good. I'm thinking either good or I want to. So Alice, I think, has really good information. I've actually learned a few things through her channel. I've gone to audio engineering school, so you know it's kind of rare for me to actually find things on YouTube that I actually learn from, because usually people are just saying either basic things or the things that everyone else on YouTube is saying. I'm thinking A tier 2, but I'm trying to think why am I rating her above Stranger? We got to think about that. Why are we rating her above Stranger? I'm not a big fan of like the genre she does, but you know that's just a personal taste thing. Okay, one thing I do got to say, she's got to work on her naming scheme here. The naming scheme of her channel is super fucked up, dude. Alice Yalson F.A. Mercurial Tones Academy. I feel like Stranger is very focused on D&B. I do think her like topics are more interesting, I guess. Her videos are more to the point too. Like that's one thing I don't like about Stranger as much is his videos are kind of long when they probably could be shorter. Like 20 or if you're doing a 20 or 30 minute video, that better be good shit. That better be for me to sit through that whole thing. And I don't know if I could sit through an entire Stranger video. I definitely prefer her just because like she's not wasting my time. I feel like Stranger has good information, but he's wasting more of my time. You know, maybe not everyone will agree with this, but I'd rather watch a short, more informative, to the point video than a longer video. So yeah, I think this is good like this. And then now we gotta ask, why are we ranking her lower than Navi D? That's a good question. I would say they're about equal, to be honest. Although I personally prefer to watch Navi D just because he does more like beat making stuff and more around the genre that I watch. So I'm gonna put it that way for now. I would rather watch Stranger for the genre, but I'd rather spend less time and watch Alice if we were taking that out of the equation. Okay, Praxi. Let's pull him up here. So Praxi's all right. Definitely pretty decent tutorials. He doesn't waste too much time, which is a good thing. I'm thinking in the good tier, you know? I'm thinking in the good tier, probably. How to Rage Beats. Like, I like that his stuff is about 10 minutes or less. I hate tutorials that are over 10 minutes, man. There's no reason your tutorial should be over 10 minutes other than the fact that you're lazy. I guess that's the way I look at it. You're too lazy to edit it down to just the essential information. Do you have Wiley up there? I can't see. I don't, because she doesn't really have much content. She's got 2 videos and then she's got like a few shorts. She's got like 8-9 shorts. Well, I'm not saying she's not dope. I'm just saying like she doesn't have enough content to like be put on here. He's more entertaining than informative. Praxi, I mean, I don't find him that entertaining. I mean, I feel like he's to the point. What do you mean by that? I guess elaborate. I would probably put Praxi in the good tier. Is that crazy? Like somewhere around here. I don't know if it's above or below Ed Talenti. I'd probably rather watch him than Ed Talenti. You know, I'd probably watch him. Yeah, I'd put him above these two just because he's more to the point than Stranger and he doesn't do some of the shit that Ed Talenti does. I'm not a big fan of. What do you guys think about that? Julian Earl. Okay, let's see. Next up, Julian. Okay. I mean, Julian has some good information, but okay, he's starting to edit down his videos a bit, I'm noticing. That's good. I remember before he would do those really long videos that were just not to the point. I will say one thing. Man needs to work on his, he can groom himself a little bit better, you know? His presentation could be a little bit better. What do you guys think about Julian Earl? These thumbnails are awful. This is like the lowest effort of thumbnails, but I guess we're not really rating people on thumbnails too much. I feel like we do have to rate them on it a little bit because it affects whether or not you're going to click on the video to begin with, you know? Like when I see these thumbnails, I don't want to click on them. I'm just like, that looks really low effort. His videos though, they're okay. Like there's some information in them. I do feel like it's a little bit of a quantity over quality sort of thing. I think he's one of the few people that can actually replicate and explain well as sound. You're talking about Julian. Sometimes his videos are not very well researched. Like this Spotify and YouTube are stealing from artists. Here's how we solve it. This was like a really poorly researched video. Like he didn't really have the numbers for anything to back anything up. He was just kind of ranting. Did not like that video. So what do you think? Where should we put Julian Earl? I mean, his videos are informative, I guess. Oh, well, they can be. Sometimes they're not well researched though. Good? Either good or what else is on. Personally, for me, I'd probably put him on what else is on. C. I'm thinking C tier too. I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna leave him at C. Okay, who should we do next here, guys? I think we should do a shill. Okay, so I Am Legend. So this guy, he has shilled for Unison Audio before. One thing I will say about him, he's actually a really good filmmaker. Like his videos are like actually well crafted. Like they're well edited, they're well filmed. He's got like B-roll and stuff like that. I think his other videos are actually not bad. Like they're not bad. Like I'm not a huge fan or anything, but I watched them, I'm like, wow, this is, you know, if I didn't see him shilling for Unison Audio before, I would actually be like kind of hyped to watch some of this, you know, because it's like very indie filmmaker, but in like a, you know, in a good way. I have to put him in the shill category because look at this. I mean, he says in his videos that he doesn't promote products he doesn't believe in, but look at this. Yeah, you can't tell me that's true when you're doing this. I think we're just gonna put him in the shill category, even though I do appreciate his like filmmaking style and some of his, you know, some of his videos are kind of cool, I guess. I just can't really respect him. I can't respect anyone just shilling for Unison Audio. That's crazy. Yep, break my monitor / shill. That's D tier right there. I'm thinking F. I mean, we need some, maybe there'll be someone in between, but F tier for sure. Like for instance, I'd probably put Dom Segalis in D tier. Even though he's kind of a shill, I do think his videos are like, they can be useful if you're doing like Cubase or something. I don't think he doesn't do it to the level where he would work with Unison Audio, but he does do paid reviews, which is not good. So I'd probably put him in You Know What, I'll Teach Myself, even though that tier name is not accurate. D for Dom. Dude, I think Warren Hewitt is terrible. Hear me out here. Like I said, watchability is a big thing we're factoring in here. So look at Produce Like a Pro here, Warren Hewitt. Dude, first off, these thumbnails are awful, man. The thing is they're all like the same and they all have like sentences in them. So then when you look at them all back to back like this, like I was looking at this earlier today and I was just like, bro, I can't even pick a video here. I just feel like I'm being assaulted with text right now. This is insane. Like, and I literally couldn't find a video of his I thought was interesting. Like, I mean, and when I did find one I thought was interesting, it wasn't interesting because it was so poorly edited. Like, it's not to the point at all. It's just a big time sink. Like, he'll have an hour of mixing and it's just him literally in the studio mixing. It's boring as shit, dude. It is so boring. Like, I actually don't know how you amass this many subscribers doing this. I really don't get it. I couldn't even find a video that was interesting here, you know? And then one thing I really hate about his channel too, I know I'm just going in on him right now. Maybe there's something to gain out of it. I don't know what though. I feel like when I watch those videos, I don't gain anything out of it. He'll like feature a bunch of different people on the channel in order to increase the watch time. So he's reviewing Waves Tube Saturator, and then it's 33 minutes. And the reason why it's 33 minutes is because he's demoing it.
Quite so crazy.
And then he has another guy demoing it.
So let's go.
Like, bro, are you kidding me? This is just like 3 videos combined, man. This is bull. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put him, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's better than Dom. You know, I might have to move Dom down. I don't know. I might have to move Dom down and then put him above them because like this is unwatchable, dude. You Know What, I'll Teach Myself. That's pretty accurate. I'm sure there's good knowledge on his channel, but it's like, how can you even find it? How could you even find it, man? Everything is like 40 minutes. Everything features like 3 people. It's just a big like money operation. How can we get more views by having more people watch longer and get more ad revenue? I'm not sure if that's what's going through his mind, if he's just like, this is a lot easier to not edit like this. I wasn't sure if I should include synfluencers on here, like Look Mom No Computer and Red Means Recording. I'll do Red Means Recording real quick. Okay, so in the past, I would say I wasn't a super big fan of his videos, but he's kind of turned a new leaf lately. He's been kind of interesting to me. I feel like he's gone woke, but not in like the traditional like political sense. He's like kind of like speaking out against like brands pay off influencers to like review their by sending them like drum machines and stuff like that. I actually really like this video, the Dear Music Technology Brands video. I'm not a big fan of the whole like sponsored walkthrough type videos. It's like, is this a review? I'm not really sure. He does talk about some interesting topics sometimes, though. His music is okay. I don't know. I've never really heard anything from him that was like particularly like super impressed by, but you know, maybe I haven't heard enough, because you can't really judge someone just someone's music just off a few things on their YouTube channel. You know, they're not always like playing their best music. Influencers are boring shills. I kind of do agree to some extent. Kind of hard to really judge his content because it's evolved a lot over time. I do think his current content though, I'm like a pretty big fan of. Where would you guys put Red Means Recording? I was thinking like either good or What Else Is On. It's kind of hard to judge. It depends what era of his content you're watching, you know? Where would you guys put him? I do think his videos are a bit long sometimes too. What Else Is On? I really stay on his videos for the full journey. I think it really depends. Like I think the quality of his content is like all over the place. Like I would say either the bottom of good or at What Else Is On. I feel bad saying that because I do like him. I do really like him. Maybe I'm just not really into like the whole synthfluencer kind of stuff. Okay, who should we do next here? Mr. Bill? So Mr. Bill, I've actually learned a lot of great things from him, to be honest. His music is S tier for sure. I gotta put him in S tier, man. I want to end up on his podcast, you know what I'm saying? But then we also gotta factor in the penis piercing video. What the fuck is this, dude? So he got his dick pierced 8 years ago and he uploaded that to YouTube for some reason. Like don't worry, you don't see anything here. You just see his reaction to it. So I feel like we gotta bring him down a little bit for this. You ruined Mr. Bill for me. I'll never forgive you, Weaver. You know what I will say? There are good things about him though, man. Like I've learned how to make kicks from him. Like I learned how to make kicks from scratch, like actual good kicks. His content's also all over the place too. You kind of don't know what to expect. Lately he's just been doing podcast episodes, it seems like. Why do you guys think he should be S tier? Because like I feel like he would be S tier if his content was more consistent, you know? Like if you knew what to expect from him. Isn't that like a good thing? What can he do next? Okay, I'll say this. Okay, I think it depends on what sort of thing is coming next. Like if what you're doing is interesting and it is interesting to like the previous audience you built up through what you were doing before that, drops knowledge that does not exist anywhere, dope music, maybe we could do bottom of the S. What about that, guys? I didn't mean to put Dash Glitch on here because he doesn't have 50k, so that one's gonna have to, I think he's just gonna be exempt. You've been saved this time, sir. Okay, Ramzoid. I'm thinking S tier. What do you guys think? S tier for Ramzoid? Is that crazy to put him above Mr. Bill? Maybe Mr. Bill should be moved up one then. I'm thinking Ramzoid should be S tier. So the crazy thing about Ramzoid is like he actually does unique videos. Like the whole like sampling someone's album and turning it into like a song or whatever. I think a lot of his video concepts are really unique, which I feel like is kind of important. I like how his videos are to the point too. They're well edited. You know, I don't feel like he's wasting my time. I hate feeling like I have wasted my time when I'm watching a video. Yeah, I'm gonna go with S tier for Ramzoid. I'm actually curious about some of these videos. I live like DJ Khaled for 24 hours. I didn't see that one. Or this one, YouTubers that make music are cringe. I'm curious about these. He has video topics that I'm like, I want to know what that is. He's sometimes a bit gimmicky, maybe, but I feel like when you find your style, sometimes like it can seem like a gimmick. The ChatGPT thing is a little bit, it's a little gimmicky. Now, who do we do next? Reed Stefan. How about Reed Stefan, guys? Where do you guys think Reed Stefan should be? I feel like his channel could be so much better than it is. He's informative, right? He is informative, but it's not really particularly entertaining. And I don't know. I just find myself getting really bored with his videos when I watch them. Like I can't sit through them. It's not presented in an entertaining way. Cringe. I don't know if I'd even say it's cringe. I just think it's like it could be done a lot better. Like if I was doing the whole puppet thing, there'd be skits. I think it'd be really funny if he was like he like brought some girls to the studio with like they were puppets or whatever, and they're all dancing, and then his wife comes in and catches him, and he has to talk about how he's having like a divorce and stuff like that. There's like a bunch of funny things that could be done with his videos that aren't being done, you know? I mean, his videos are okay. I just feel like they're okay. Like they're not great to me. Like I'm not gonna drop everything to watch a Reed Stefan video, but I would rather watch Red Means Recording. I could gain more out of a Julian video, but I feel like his videos are very niche. They're both on the same level. They're kind of sleepy for me. Like if I put that on and it's like late at night, I might fall asleep. If I run out of Ambien, I can make a playlist with just Julian and Reed Stefan videos. I'll be out within an hour for sure. Who are we doing next here? Rachel K. Collier. She doesn't really have very interesting like video concepts. That's the thing, when you're like she's more of like a touring producer, right? Like she doesn't focus on YouTube very much, you know? Like production breakdown for the Arturia 4 samples or whatever, the power ballad rework. This is like the only one that looks interesting here. How I make the most British sound ever. And then this one's like live looping performance. Like I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. People are gonna be like, why are you rating the girls so low? It really has nothing to do with the gender. I just think like the videos are not super interesting and it just happens to be a girl. If a man was making these videos, I would rate them the exact same way. Again, good music, but don't care about the videos. They're just a massive hater, not a misogynist. Better than produce like a pro. I will say that. I'd rather watch her than Reed Stefan. That's the question. What do you guys think? C tier? Is that gonna get me in trouble? Probably worth stating, guys. This is only my opinion. Make it B to be safe? Nah, we're not playing it safe here. We're being honest. Why should I put her above Red Means Recording? Give me that reason. I'll hear you out. I do think Red Means Recording does have some interesting video concepts. I don't know how to like rank her, Reed Stefan, and Julian Earl against each other because like their content is different. She doesn't do tutorials, but her video concepts are like really dry. It's not doing much for me, but at the very least, it is somewhat to the point, you know, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. No one cares about production breakdowns for like what you did in 4 producers 1 sample. That's like the laziest content when you're at this level. I'll just leave it here for now. We'll just say all 4 of them are tied, okay? All tied. How about we do in the mix? So he's got some informative videos. He's also got some terrible videos. I think he was one of the first people I see use Vital, but when I saw it on his channel, I wasn't very thrilled about it. I was just like, oh, this sounds okay. But when I tried Vital, I was like, oh, I like this. There's one video of his where I'm just like, bro, what is this? What are you doing here? In the mix feels S tier, honestly. I can't in good conscience put him in S tier. Let me show you why here. Okay, so it's like he's teaching you how to make snare drums. So he did used to clickbait a lot more. What he did was clickbait though, but like it's fine if you want to make like a clickable title or something that people see and they're like, yeah, I want to watch that. And you're not like exaggerating the truth too much. But this one, the original title of this, I do remember it was like how to make a crazy snare or something like that.
I'll take it
This
down.
was the snare he taught people how to make.
We've got like a very muted.
Like, you know, I get it. You're teaching people how to make a snare and a synth, but like the title for this, like I said, was like how to make the most insane snare or something like that. It was crazy. Like, it was just like, bro, what? I think the rest of his videos are pretty good though, especially when they're related to EQ. I like how they're pretty to the point too, for the most part, because I think it's forgivable to make a bad video or a bad title or something like that, right? But he does also not make the most original videos either, right? So I don't think it's S tier. In order to be S tier, you have to be making like really original content. I want to say maybe I want to produce now or good. Maybe low A. Okay, Chucky Beats. Let's pull him up here. Okay, so we're talking about Chucky Beats 2, because Chucky Beats 1 is a beat channel. F tier? I don't think he's better than F tier.
YouTube?
I mean, he has shilled for Unison before, right? I think some of his videos are a little informative. I don't know. It's really hard to rate his content. His videos are to the point, so that does get him some points. This placements video was okay. This Simon Servidia Kyle Beats Eldre video, that was okay. I did forget to put Eldre in here. Maybe I'll just save him for the next video. Chuki is too much of a shill. What else has he shilled for besides Unison Audio in the past? One thing I don't like, okay, I don't like this. I don't like this when people like make it look like they have a Genius video. Like they make this thumbnail where it looks like it's like a Genius video, this deconstructive video here. I've seen someone else do that before and I was not a big fan of that. I just feel like you're like trying to like trick your audience into thinking it was a Genius breakdown. What info can Chucky offer that hasn't been said already? I mean, I think he had some decent information in this placements video. Like there was a few things I think were like kind of decent. I don't know, man. I'm thinking right in the middle, right? Okay, would I rather watch him or these people? I don't know, man. Am I being forced to watch all of them or any of them? Because I don't really want to watch any of them. Because like he did show for Unison Audio in the past, but that was just one time a long time ago in an ad. You know what I mean? Like, is that fair? Is that a fair assessment? Can we find another instance of him shilling on his channel? Because I don't think there's really any shilling done on his channel directly. He was just in a Unison Audio ad, which, you know, that's not great. B tier? I'm thinking B tier could be fair, but would I rather watch him than Red Means Recording? Maybe. I'd rather watch Ed Talenti for sure. One level above the last tier. Dude, he's way better than Warren Hewart though. Come on. C or D for me? I'd rather watch Ed Talenti for sure. I mean, I would learn more from Julian and Reed Stefan, but I would probably fall asleep watching Julian or Reed Stefan. I don't know. Like the people in F tier at the moment, they have like either shilled for something on their channel, they done paid reviews or something. Who's next? Tatro. Well, that's easy, dude. F tier for sure. I don't know how to rank these guys here. I almost feel like Dom should be in this category. We should probably put Dom up 1 tier just because like he hasn't shilled for Unison Audio. He even has a video speaking out against Unison Audio. So I feel like that should put him 1 tier above. Tatro, again, really good video to fall asleep to. I'll put him above I Am Legend. I don't know, they're at the same level for me. I'm gonna stop caring. Underdog. So this guy's okay. I think his videos could be a bit shorter for sure. I do feel like they're a bit drawn out for tutorial videos. Like anything above 15 minutes for a tutorial video, like that's a bit much in my opinion. Some of them are kind of short though. I think he has decent information. It pops a little bit harder for me than Reed Stefan, you know? I don't know if I'd quite put him in the good tier. Maybe the bottom of the good tier? Is that crazy? C or B? I reckon he's a solid B. That's kind of what I was thinking, like B tier. I do think he's better than Reed Stefan and Julian. It's like very like hyper-focused tutorials and the information's pretty good. It's not like particularly like entertaining or anything. It's really tough because I don't really hate pretty much anyone's content on here except for the D and F tier. I reckon he's a solid B. He's top of the good tier for me. I would rather watch Ed Talenti though, even though Ed Talenti does do some cringe stuff. He's like energetic and just, I don't feel bored watching his stuff. But then Strange's got some long videos, so maybe Stranger should be lower, right? Maybe like that. Sanjay, I wasn't sure if I should put Sanjay on here because like, does he even produce? Do you guys think, like, should Sanjay be on here? Like, does he even produce? Like, he just does news videos. But it is about music production, though. So I think he's a part of the music production community, so that's fair. The problem with, like, when you make everything good is that, like, you can't tell what's bad anymore. Like, bro, like, he has this video where it's, like, alien plugin right here. And this plugin's stupid as hell, dude. This did not need to be made. No one needed to make this. He just talks about what to buy, right? Pretty much. And then he has, like, affiliate links for everything. Like, it's pretty much just like a get-rich-quick scheme. 5 tips to start a song fast. Hey, he has done some production content that's not just news too. I mean, Sanjay is a pretty likable guy though. I did see this video with him and Tatro. I actually reviewed it on stream before. I don't know if it was just because like I didn't like Tatro that much, but like Sanjay was actually a really wholesome guy, you know what I mean? That's the thing, it's really hard to judge him because like he does have some useful information, but then he's also like, he has no discernibility about quality of things that he's like talking about. He will present bad plugins the same way he presents good plugins, you know? It's not good because you're like influencing a lot of people, especially when you have 400,000 subscribers. His free plugin videos hit. True. Sanjay's a B tier. I was thinking like B or C. So where do we put Sanjay, man? It's really hard to choose, man. Definitely not S or A. So I'm thinking B or C. What do you guys think? Move it around randomly and wherever he lands is where he lands. I move him to a different tier. Okay. Or I could put him in the F tier because I'm the only one that does news, damn it. Okay, Art FX. Let's just go through him in chromatic order here. He has good information, but his videos are way too fucking long, man. Way too long. Like, I feel like, why, man? I don't want to watch a 1 hour anything. I barely want to watch a 1 hour movie. He does have good information though, because he like fixed the Ableton OTT compressor. I saw that and that was really good. Pretty well edited too. They're long, but they're packed with info. I don't know, man. I think they could be a lot shorter. I would say B tier, top of the B tier. Is that crazy? Hard to sit through sometimes? They are. That's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I don't want to put them up higher. Thumbnails are pretty good though. A bit wordy, but they're pretty attractive, which I feel like that's a bit valuable. Whoa, skateboarding for the first time in 8 years? Okay, we gotta put him in S tier, man. He skates? That is a pretty fucking good synthesized snare. That puts it in the mix one, like in the garbage can, sets the garbage can on fire. I do think this guy's like very qualified. I just think his videos could be faster, you know? Okay, we'll move him up. We'll move him up to I Want to Produce now. We'll put him above in the mix too, because that snare was insane. Man, that's the one critique about him. He could be S tier if he just like got to the point faster. Bad snacks. Okay, bad snacks. So what is that, like a Twizzler or something? That's like a bad snack. This has got to be the worst thumbnail I have ever seen right here. What the fuck does it even say? What does that say? You might as well have no text there. Fire music, not that informative. Really good music with the thumbnails. She does have a few interesting videos here and there. Thumbnails not great. Doesn't get me wanting to click on it. Title's not that great either, because that kind of matters because it's going to affect whether or not you even find out about the video to begin with, right? I feel like it's like a minimal amount of effort for YouTube. Like my plugin recommendations for Cyber Weekend, it's like, oh, I better get a video out for this. Maybe I can get some affiliate money. Her music's pretty good though, if I remember correctly. This tour vlog could have a way better, more interesting title and thumbnail. It's literally just like could be just a screenshot from the video. It's kind of hard to rate her videos. At least they're to the point for the most part, right? Except for this one, this 30-minute one. Music's pretty good. Videos could be a lot better. I think they could be a lot better. C tier, it's just like average for me, you know, to be honest. Now where in the C tier? I'm just gonna stop fretting over. Okay, she's definitely above Rachel K. Collier. I will say that. It's kind of fucked up that the girls are right next to each other. I feel like people are gonna clip that somehow and be like, oh, sexist. Okay, Look Mom No Computer. I want to put him in the S tier, but dude, his videos, bro, The video concepts are great. The video concepts are insane for his videos, but the length of them is like bananas. Like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you be making 32 video? Like, there's no reason this needs to be a 32-minute video. Modifying a 45, and then his thumbnails are just, they're awful, obviously, but I almost feel like that's part of the appeal. It's funny because like if you watch one of those videos where they're teaching you how to be good at YouTube, one of the first things they'll tell you is not to put a bunch of words in the thumbnail. And then here we have this channel with 500,000 subscribers putting a bunch of words in like every thumbnail. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we should put him in here because he's not really a producer. I don't know. Like what other category are we gonna put him in, you know? He makes some really cool and like his video concepts are really cool. Just wish he got to the point a little more in the videos. Okay, so maybe I want to produce now because I do think his videos could be a little more to the point, but the concepts are insane. Like he could easily be We the Best, you know? Do you guys think that's a fair assessment? We got Bolo the producer. I'm probably gonna put him in What Else Is On just because like he talks really slow because I know what category I want to put him on, but I don't know where I'd put him next to all these guys. Where do I put him, man? Next to the puppet? I could see that. The thing about Bolo is sometimes he has some interesting video ideas, but I feel like he like rants a little bit too much without like getting to the point, and then he also talks pretty slow. I feel like he could talk a lot faster. I pretty much, if I am gonna watch one of his videos, I have to put it in 1.5x or 2x. There's no way I'm sitting through that. Oh wait, we gotta put him lower, man. I just remembered he spends like the first like few minutes of his videos being like, you can buy these drum kits, buy you consider using my Z Sounds link and all this stuff. It's just it's a bit much, man. He's better than the puppet, surely. I mean, he lost a lot of points for me when he reviewed Drum Monkey. Wait, hold on. We gotta see that. We gotta pull that up here. He did what now? I mean, what do you mean by he reviewed Drum Monkey? Like he reviewed it positively. Oh my god. No fucking way. I think I've seen this before, but I forgot about it because there's just so many different YouTube producers. No.
For their MIDI chord pack, but they now have a new VST instrument.
Is this sponsored? Did he not say it's sponsored? I don't think he labeled it
thumbs up if you like
sponsored.
this type of content. If you do not like it, go ahead and hit that thumbs down. As you got.
He told us to hit the thumbs down, so lowest here for that. Bolo,
no.
come on, man.
Okay.
I think he learned his lesson though too, because he hasn't done it since then. Okay, wow, that kind of changes my opinion of him a little bit. Okay, should he be down here then? If he shit on it, maybe it's fine. He didn't shit on it. Likes to dislikes ratio. He's always on their ads. Okay, not that low, but that's the break my monitor / shill area. To be fair though, these guys, they have shilled for every Unison Audio product, you know? There's not one they haven't done. Bolo only did that one, I think, from at least from what I could see.
Since this is the second time.
Bro, wouldn't Sanjay also be a shill tier then? But he hasn't done Unison Audio adverts, has he? I've never seen him do any Unison Audio stuff. Am I wrong? Okay, so there's nothing wrong with taking money for sponsorships. The problem I have with it is when they're like sponsored reviews or if it's just a Unison Audio sponsorship at all. That's because just like Unison Audio is like super unethical. I do respect them a little bit more than the other two dudes, but Jesus, man. Jesus. Okay, it's like they just go where the money goes, you know? You gotta have a little integrity. Okay, next up we got Nathan James Larson and then Zen World. So he has some interesting topics sometimes. His faces and stuff are pretty funny. Like, they don't like upset me or anything, but they are pretty funny sometimes. Like, I like when he goes like, I think he just does like clickable titles and thumbnails, you know what I mean? I don't think it's clickbait. Although, you know what? Sometimes I would argue this maybe it's clickbait. Stop Mixing that might be clickbait a little bit. At least he's like combating Drum Monkey here. Look at this. Done for you plugins. Whole lot of red. Dude, his fucking thumbnails are funny as shit, dude. Ooh, just stop. I think this video is okay. I do think it's a bit of a rant though. Like, it's the thing, if you're gonna do these sort of like talking point videos, I think you gotta be a little more concise. If you just turn on the camera and rant, you gotta edit it in a way where you don't sound like you're just repeating yourself a bunch, you know, because a lot of times people repeat themselves when they're doing these sort of off-the-cuff videos. I would actually probably put him in good. I don't think it's like so bad that I don't want to watch it, but like I think it could be quite a bit better too. I feel like the good tier is pretty fair because I do think he has some interesting video concepts and he's fighting for the right things. His videos are pretty short for the most part. They could be a little shorter. I just think like with those rant sort of videos, he could do them a bit better. Last one, unless anyone has any last words here. Okay, Zen World. I wasn't really familiar with this guy before this. So he does like tech house tutorials. At least they are to the point though. They're very short, except for this one and this one. He's kind of funny. So that's a point. That's definitely a point bringing him up. Sometimes it's kind of clickbait. This most overpowered Ableton effect thing, it's literally just the audio effect rack. Okay, this thumbnail is pretty great. Every new tech house producer should know this. What's a video I should click on to get a good idea here, guys? I've seen his stuff before, but I want to like see if I agree with your guys' opinions. What to do when labels reject your music? I feel like I need more of a reason to put him in the D tier.
Beep. See that little ponytail? I'm one of you guys.
Or that
Now, some of you guys are ready.
Definitely not music I'm into. What makes him so bad? I feel like I need a little more. He doesn't know what he's talking about and has a lot of confidence. Shits on noobs asking for legit advice. Kind of hard for me to judge. I've seen some of his stuff. Wait, is this even the right person? Well, either way, that's supposed to be Zen World. Would rather watch the puppet guy, probably. Although, God, I think they're all on the same tier here. Does it really matter where they're at in here? I'm just gonna put them there. Do you have any arguments about this? Does anyone have any objections here? Anything that should be moved? Speak or forever stop saying shit about this. Look straight. I think it looks straight too. I think we're done there. Okay, thank you guys for tuning into the tier list.
Bang Incorporated.